I can't remember if I asked you this about Brossoit as far as where he is. Is he going to be able to go on the trip with you? He's
not going to start the trip,
okay.
But he probably will join us on the trip just because we don't have a lot of practice time at the beginning of the trip with back-to-backs. So hopefully, maybe San Jose timeline, but not sure exactly. But the plan is to join us on the trip if things keep progressing.
And Martinez is going.
He's coming on the trip. Same thing though. He's still progressing, so we're not sure the exact game he's going to play. It'll have to just wait and see day by day on that.
Okay.
Do you have a decision between the third pairing with Brody, Allen, and Phillips?
No, I think with the home ice, we kind of just have it set up in the jerseys for practice, so they all get reps. But it'll depend on position of face-offs, D zone, O zone type of thing. So it'll be a little bit of a jumble because we haven't really pre-scouted Nashville too much yet until today. We're just starting to look at that and see who the matchups are going to be and who's going to play against it.
You have Kurashev back in power play. Did you have a conversation with him about bringing him back in?
Yeah, we have options on that unit, for the power play, and I think we have two pretty good units going right now, and we want to make sure to have everybody get reps in there. And I think Reichel's been practicing really hard, and he's a guy that could flip-flop in, and it depends who's playing well in the game at that point. But if we got definitely a penalty or a power play right away on the first shift of the game, Kershaw will probably start there. And I talked to him about why the decision was not to play him, and he knows that, and I think he was took it like a man, and he's ready to come in and be a better player for us.
What went into the decision of flip-flop Vlasic and Jones on the power play?
Just a little bit last game, just to change things up. I think power plays, have been going really well for us, obviously, but sometimes to have a left-hander up on that, there's a lot of jammed pucks up in there, and to jam them back down on Connor's side, their D's seem to be jumping, overplaying that, so we need to get it across the other side. Sometimes it's hard for a righty if it's in the corner or off on the wall. It's easy for a lefty, bang, it's over there. And Seth and Vlasi's been shooting the puck well this year, but Seth has been shooting the puck more. But we continue to ask all of you to shoot the puck a little bit more, 5-on-5 and the power play. So it's good just to try something, and it's easy to go back to if things don't work out in the first opportunity.
It looked like you were having a conversation with Seth on the ice. Was that what it was about?
We talked about that. I mentioned to him in the third period last game about that they were kind of keen on two righties on that side when it gets jammed up, and he was fine. He understood. And today it was a little bit about everything. It was about that, but it was also about 5-on-5 play. And he said he admitted he wasn't the greatest, as our whole team wasn't the greatest last game or the smoothest, and just to make sure he understands, like, he's a great athlete, but we just need him to be like any other D, move the puck quick, join the rush in a second wave. We don't need to lead the rush or be up and down the ice 200 feet wasting all of our energy, because especially with Martinez out right now, that's a lot of weight on him and Vlasic to play against top lines, especially when we have the matching change at home, and that takes a lot of energy out of the game, and they defend well, so they have to do that for us, but then we need them to have some energy to also play on the power play and make a difference there, so we can't have them exhausted every shift going up and down the ice trying to do everything. So just to kind of settle things, let the game come to him, and he's been good this year and he's had a good start, so we want him to continue.
Bertuzzi doesn't have any 5-on-5 points yet. What can you do to get him going there?
Well, I think that line's had a couple good games and games that weren't great, but he's been on the ice, and sometimes it's kind of like we were talking about the power play the other day. Like, sometimes guys don't get an assist, but they do some of the intangible work, and it works. So he's a guy that's always going to be around the net, creating confusion. I know coaching against him, it's always like, you have to be under a stick, you have to be on this guy. Even if you're cross-checking him into the ice, he's still going to be working and trying to score goals somehow. So sometimes that gives other people more room. So that, to me, is an assist without being the assist on paper. So we recognize that. But players are always excited to get points and have good numbers, and I think they will come. continuing on the power play, but 5-on-5, I think as you know, Khrushchev maybe finds his game a little bit back more where it was earlier at the beginning of the season when he was skating a little bit more, and as Taylor kind of finds his game too, I'm hoping something connects there on that line.
You've talked about how good he is in the net front on the power play, and that does seem to be he's really comfortable. But when he's having to skate more and he's not the fastest guy, what can he do to still create off the rush and that sort of thing?
Yeah, today, you know, just working at it and finding how and where that's going to work. Like today on our transition rolls, a lot of time he makes really good quick plays, so he gets it and gets rid of it just as quick. And I think, you know, to attribute, like, you know, I don't want to label him like another player, but just because I coached Mark Stone, he thinks ahead of the game so much. He's got such good hands, not known to be the fastest 200-foot skater, but is always making plays. And I think that's what I see in Bert. Like, he strips pucks, he knocks pucks down, and he makes quick plays. As people are trying to glue themselves to him defensively, and I think that's where he's going to start getting extra points, especially at the forecheck or in the neutral zone, stealing pucks and transitioning around into offense. I think that's somewhere where he can really help us as a team, but also his numbers will climb even 5-on-5.
Do you have a lineup game plan with, you know, a back-to-back, one of them being on the road?
Not really. The goaltenders, obviously, we're going to probably flip-flop. Right now, we're going to probably start Peter tomorrow, and you know, and then Sony will probably play in Dallas is what we're looking at. But we never set it in stone, because if a goaltender has a light night and it gets a great game, then we always feel like we have that option to do that. But on the you know, I mean, the player side, I think we have a couple extra bodies and we would like to use them right now, and I think that's smart. Who and when, but it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be who's playing the best. Maybe someone looks a little tired one night, maybe we won't put them in the second night, but it'll all go off tomorrow's performance.
Quick clarification, Brossoit. Did you say he could join in San Jose, or is that a potential?
We're hoping that he joins on the trip, but we won't really have a full first practice until San Jose, so that wouldn't, I don't think it would be before that.
Okay.
So we're hoping that that.
I didn't know if you meant San Jose as a target date for his return, or that.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No, he's definitely going to have to practice probably a couple weeks before, once he gets to the full practices. And so today it wasn't even still full practice for him, so he's still kind of making that graduation up to that.
Gotcha.
We all silly like the mayor.